Hello and welcome to a slice of Acceleration of Suguri X-Edition. Now, a slice of is a mini-series by me for games that I don't really warrant a let's play, whether the reason it being that I don't have enough interest in the game, or that it's not really a game that can really be let's play due to a lack of a story mode and such. And Acceleration of Suguri X-Edition falls in the latter category. Now, what is Acceleration of Suguri X-Edition? It is... you could consider it a fighting game, essentially. Now, it's not like in the same lines of, say, Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom. It's more like, you take the mechanics of the Suguri series, and then you fight CPUs and players using those mechanics. So, I'm just gonna quickly show off the combat system of the game. So I will just pick Suguri here, and as in many fighting games, you're gonna have this arcade mode where you fight all the characters one by one with no actual story, and this is what we're gonna be doing right now. So if you've seen my Suguri series or you're familiar with the Suguri series, then the mechanics here should be familiar to you, but if you are new, then I will quickly explain them. On the top left, we have our health. We have 3 bars of health, the blue, green, and then yellow bar. Once our yellow bar goes down to 0, then we lose. And I'm not attacking right now, that's because I want to explain all the mechanics before I actually show off some attacks. But you can see Saki is trying to attack us as she would normally do. And the next thing to explain is the heat. Now, heat is generated when you use your dash. And dashing is a very integral part of this game, because dashing allows you to essentially dash through any energy-based projectiles. Now, the downside of heat is that the higher your heat percentage is, the more damage you will take. The more damage you will take if you actually get hit by an energy projectile or a physical projectile. So, you really want to balance your heat percentage while also trying to use it to dodge the energy projectiles. And the last mechanic is the blue bar on the blue semicircle bar on the left of your interface, and that is your hypermeter. You generate hyper charge by attacking your opponent, which I am doing so right now, and you also generate it by dodging through energy projectiles using your dash. And when you fill that hypermeter, which I'm gonna try to do so, you'll get this 1 stack, and you can store up to 3 hyper stacks, and you can use a button to use the hyper attack. And there are many different hypers depending on which button you press, so I will just show off one right now. And that's the generic one you would get if you played the beam rifle in the Suguri series. Now, I didn't really actually fight Saki properly there, so we're not gonna continue here. But that intro was just to explain the game mechanics. So what I think I will do is play through one of the 2 story modes available in this game, just to show off some gameplay and the story. So we are going to be doing Falling Wander. If you want to see Pudding Deity, either find it on someone else's channel or pick up the game. The game is like $5, I think. And if you're gonna buy Suguri, you might as well get the Suguri plus Acceleration of Suguri bundle with it. And we're gonna do Falling Wander because the story continues off where Suguri ended off. So we're just going to do the story. And the game is easier than the Suguri series, mainly because in the Suguri series you have this stage portion followed by the boss portion, and you only have 1 health bar. But in Acceleration of Suguri X, since it is a fighting game, you're gonna be on equal grounds with the other fighters. So you're gonna have 3 health bars, as well as their 3 health bars, and you're also not gonna have to worry about a stage component to since the stage component can usually deplete some of your health before the actual boss fight. So for that reason, we're gonna do normal mode. We could do hard mode, but I don't really want to die too much. I want to focus on the story and the gameplay. So let's just read the story. Today is a holy night, and this is obviously a reference to 100% Orange Juice's Holy Night card. This is where they got the Holy Night card, essentially. So tonight is a holy night, a sacred night. It began as the birthday of a great person. Now, it's known as the night of an old man in red makes his flight through the sky. No one knows the true story, but long ago, a beautiful miracle occurred upon this night. At least, that's what they say. Well, regardless of miracles, holidays are supposed to bring happiness, and the art style for Exploration of Suguri X is a lot different from the art style of Suguri. You could say it's better, you could say it's worse, it's really all opinion based. They're different artists, so really what floats your boat, essentially. So, we're having a party tonight, right? A party with everyone. I wish the night would come sooner. So, obviously, since we see Kay here, and we're gonna see the rest of the Suguri cast, then, by virtue of that, then, Suguri doesn't actually canonically kill the other, characters in the Suguri series, at least in the first game. So, oh my, this coming from someone who's afraid of the dark? Everyone's here with me, so I'll be fine. You're scared, aren't you? No, I'm not scared. Okay, already. Stop slacking off and get those decorations up, you two. Now, I still think Iru could be a girl, like a tomboyish girl, but like looks like a guy too in this case. But I'm not gonna get into gender discrepancies here. That's a topic for another day. Roger that. I'm back. The cooking division has returned with the ingredients as planned. Welcome back. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. If we have this many ingredients, no one will have to go hungry. Well, time for us to get cooking. I'll do my best. I'm counting on it. So, what should we do, Hime? It looks like all the jobs have been filled. Cooking, putting up decorations, everything we could do is already taken care of. Suguri, everyone wants to express their gratitude to you. Eh? We put you through so much trouble and caused so many problems. Well, you don't have to worry about it. Well, we can't just pretend it didn't happen, you know. Sheesh. By the way, why did you go against his orders back then? It was an act befitting a guardian god. Haha. So, I'm not really sure how long after the Suguri series this takes place. It could be like a few days, it could be like a year, but since we're celebrating Suguri's birthday, which I would believe, so it's what is implied, so then it would have to be a year or less. So, back to the story. Even so, it really is boring having nothing to do. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if a miracle really will happen. Tonight is a night where miracles happen, isn't it? I know they say that, but I wonder. If only something truly wonderful were to happen. Haha. What? Just now, you called for me. You're a fleeting illusion, a faint hope. Illusion equals hope equals me. Everyone, the wait is finally over. Eh? Oh my. Why aren't you more surprised, girl? No way. He couldn't have survived that, right? He seems different from before, too. No, that's not what I meant. The fall. What? Even after all that anticipation, this is the only reaction I get? Who are you? Me? Me? Haha. I don't know. Huh? Allow me to explain. Ah, Kyoko. You can explain this? Yeah. This guy's a humanoid robot created by the professor. Shifu, you mean? Yes, he may have been quite intelligent, but he lacked strength of his own. Driven by his lust for power, he decided to create a copy of himself. The result was this guy. Ha, so that's what I am. Well, regardless of the finished product, he couldn't stand the idea of coexisting with a clone, so he just sealed him away. Oh, so he was sealed away with all this time, huh? Honestly, Shifu just seemed to suddenly hate the sight of his own face, but They say there's a fine line between genius and stupidity. I guess it's true. So then, you really don't pose any threat to us, do you? Don't call me you, call me nice guy. Threat, huh? Well, I suppose he's dangerous enough. Eh? We were created without the ability to oppose the professor's orders. Furthermore, we recognize his orders and authority through two aspects, his face and his voice. So that means... Now I get it. So if I order you guys around, you'll have no choice but to obey. Ah, crap. My. Yay, Professor, I've discovered my true purpose. Tonight, I'm going to create a harem. Help us, Suguri. Kyoko. Hey you, let's do something else for now. We're having a party tonight, so if you want, you can join us. No way. Granny once said, there's no greater pleasure in life than playing with women. As if you'd ever get to. Besides, no old lady would ever say something like that. I can rest my head on their knees. I can use those knees as chairs or even beds. Suguri. Ugh, enough already. Stop it before you make me angry. They'll be afraid of a runt like you. Sheesh. There's no end to this. Damn it, Shorty. Don't get in the way of adults' fun. Shorty! Miss Glasses, for now, shut the girl up. Ah, roger that. What? It's an order, you know. Suguri, I'm sorry. Now, I just need the others. For the moment, though, defeat the silver and gold shorties. Shit. So we're gonna be going into our first fight against Kyoko, and we're gonna spend this time just showing off Suguri's move. So Suguri's move kit, and there's actually 3 versions of Suguri in this game, because she has so many different weapons in the original series. They wanted to give you a chance to use all of them essentially. So you have 3 basic attacks. You have this standard shot, you can dash and shoot, and then you'll have your 3 shot when you dash and shoot. And then you can also hold down the button, and then you'll have a charge shot. And as for physical projectiles, you have your missiles. 1 click of the missile shoots 4, holding down the missile shoots, I think it's 8? 7 or 8, something like that. And then there is no dash attack for the missile. And then you also have your melee attacks, and I'm going to try to execute them, but since I'm using a keyboard to play, it might be a little bit harder, so, oh, that's bad. Yeah, you have your triple slash with the sword. And you also have the, yeah, you have the dashing sword attack. And my dashing sword attack is pretty much my bread and butter when it comes to story mode grinding. Now, this fight is more or less fun, but I'm just gonna try to show off some different hyper moves. Now, the hyper move you use is based on the last button you press. So, if I were to press the missile button here and then press my hyper attack, oh, that was pretty bad. That was bad timing essentially. But I'm gonna try to show it off in the next fight. If you press a certain button and then you press the hyper attack afterwards, then your hyper attack will switch to that type of hyper attack, and that's the same mechanic as in the original Suguri series. So, phew, it's over, said by Suguri. And now we're going to be playing as Hime during the even amount of matches, and Suguri as the odd amount of matches in the story mode. But that's pretty good because we got to show off Hime's moveset too. So, Hime has the shooting of the needles. Here, 1 press of the needle shot shoots 2 needles. I'm not actually sure in this game that the blue needles are considered physical projectiles. And if you hold down the button, you'll get a spread shot of your needles. And dashing gets you a similar attack to Suguri's dash attack, but you shoot a lot more needles. And then your alternative button is a laser, essentially. So the default is 1 laser shot, and then there's no difference if you dash and laser. The laser is a pretty good attack, but it can easily be dodged through by dashing, so it's not really that good to rely on. I say it's good for comboing and such, but I am definitely no expert at this game, so don't consult me for advanced acceleration of Suguri X gameplay. Now, I'm just gonna try out to show off the melee attacks of Hime. If I can get close enough to Iru, that is. Yeah, Hime has this crystal attack, like so. She also has her binding chain attack. I'm gonna see if I can try to do that. Yeah, here we go. Binding chain is a really good move, at least in this game, because if you hit one of them, you can combo it off with the more, like so, and then that's tons of damage right there. And we're just gonna show off Hime's hyper attack. So she has the giant laser, and then if you do, what is? I'm not sure if I'm getting the button input correctly. I'm gonna see if I can try to do the other hyper attacks. Yeah, there is the shooting of many needles. And I'm just gonna time out here. I'm gonna show you what happens when we time out. Essentially the same rules as in any other fighting game. The one with the most health wins when you time out. And most of the time, you're not gonna time out. And the only reason I'm timing out is because I'm trying to explain all these things. So we're back to Suguri here again. I'm gonna try to show off the other hyper attacks if I can. And I'm just gonna explain a few more mechanics of this game. So you see these two circles on the edge. If you dash between two circles, then you actually lose hypercharge. So it punishes you for essentially wall hugging in terms of fight game terminology. Now, since I'm feeling really cheesy, I'm just gonna do my melee dash attack to finish off Saki quickly. Now, since this is essentially normal CPUs, this kind of tactic definitely wouldn't work on say human players. But again, AIs can all be so smart. Now, I wanted to try to show off the the sword attack, hyper attack, but the button input is really hard to do on the keyboard, so most of the time I'm gonna botch it. And the next opponent is gonna be K, and all the movesets from the characters are essentially the same movesets you're gonna get from the Suguri series. So I actually have a lot of problem fighting K, and you would expect that because I have a lot of problem fighting K in the actual Suguri series. So K is one of those up close and personal characters. So if you keep your distance and just do some projectile spamming, you're gonna have a lot easier time. I think Hime actually has a good matchup against K. You have a lot of zoning of potential, but you're just being really bad. So if we lose here, then and we are gonna lose here, then the game offers you to continue essentially. So we'll continue, and there is no downside to continuing except you're gonna lose, I guess, your high score. And there's certain unlockables in this game that involve beating story mode without using a continue, so we're not gonna have that opportunity. But that's not a big deal because I've already unlocked those. And the main point of this slice of series is just to show off the game. If you're interested in the game, then you can buy it yourself. Now, in terms of the actual game, graphics are very nice. Music is very nice as well. My only downside of the game would be it gets really dull just playing against CPUs, and the online community isn't very active, to say the least. And it's not because the game is bad or anything. It's more so that it's not very popular. Now, there's one more mechanic I haven't gone through, and that's shielding. And I'm gonna see if I believe it's this button. Yeah, it's this button. And what shielding does is it gives you invulnerability. It also allows you to escape hit stun, I believe, and it also knocks your opponent away through a shockwave. So that creates some spacing between you and your opponent. And you might be thinking, oh, your hyper attack already creates gives you invincibility frame, so why would you ever use the shield function? Well, it's really more of an advanced tactic, so beginners tend to go towards the tend to go towards the hyper attack more, since it not only gives you invincibility, but also gives you a powerful attack to back you up. So I believe after the Nanako fight, there might be, I believe that's the entire cast, and then we'll be fighting the No-Name himself. Or there might be one more, I'm not sure. So normally I would love to do my sword dashing cheese, but Nanako is one of those projectile heavy characters, so it's not as advisable to do so. Oh yeah, there you saw my hyper attack. I'm gonna see if I can replicate that. Yeah, there was another hyper attack, and those two were different enough. And I actually forgot there's one more there's one more sword attack, and that's the slicing with the projectile. At least in terms of Suguri. I think there's like one more attack for Hime. Yes, so we managed to beat the entire Suguri cast. So we're gonna go back to the story. Everyone's been defeated. Let's stop this already. Damn it! What the hell? Just a little bit more, and I could have had it. I could have had my harem. I could have spent a wonderful night with Miss Glass's soft knees. And yet, those knees have been taken away from me. What the hell are you even talking about? This is a man's dream, and dreams are romance. Men equals dreams equals romance equals me. But if a man can't have a girl's knees, he can't achieve those dreams. Damn it. In that case, I don't care if those knees belong to a shorty like you. I'll defeat you and take your knees for myself. I won't let you take them no matter what. So, we're gonna get into our fight with No-Name. And he is No-Name because he doesn't have a name. We could call him like Shifu Bot or whatnot, but I guess they decided to call him No-Name. And No-Name, I believe, is actually a top tier character among the Suguri community. That's because of his skill set. But we're not gonna have too much trouble fighting No-Name when it's being piloted by the AI. You can simply just get away by using your dash beam rifle attack. I don't actually use the missiles that much. They are an integral part of strategy since you can't dash through physical projectiles. Oh my. He does have that giant fist attack, and his attacks are modeled off the skiff robot, essentially. We actually lost that fight. I wasn't expecting that, but I think our heat percentage got too high, and then we got one-shotted by a hyper attack, so it's really important to keep your heat percentage in check to prevent that from happening. So maybe I would just go for my standard... Oh wow. I'll go for my standard dash sword cheese. Doesn't work as well as I would like it, but... Oh, maybe the hyper attack is influencing the direction you press, because I was using my laser there, but then they got the sword hyper attack instead. Let's try that. I'll press hyper attack and down once I get hyper charge. That's a beam, so it defaults to the beam, so perhaps that's a bad hypothesis. Wow, those missiles actually do a lot of damage. Alright, in that case, I think I'm just gonna play the stay away game then. I didn't have this much trouble with him the first time. Then again, I wasn't trying to talk and play at the same time, so that usually can deter my skill quite a bit. So got quite a good combo off there. I'm honestly not sure how to change my hyper attack. Sometimes it changes when I press the same button. Sometimes I still get the laser attack. Yeah, see there I got the slashing attack. Maybe it's dependent on the button I hold. I'll hold this. Huh. So when I hold the melee attack button, I get the sword slash. So, those missiles do a lot of damage, so I'm just gonna not get hit by them. And then, I'll time this fight out if I have to, but I don't think that's necessary. I think with a few more missile barrages, we should be good. Let's see. I'll hold this button now. And I get the sword slash. And I guess I'll hold this and do that now. And I get the laser button. Maybe it's button and direction? I'm pretty sure there's a wiki for this game, so anything that I couldn't make clear for you, you can just look it up there. Gah! You've lost. Cheater! You may be a shorty, but you can fly around with your skirt fluttering like that? Huh? Yet, even though it's right there in front of me, I can't see anything. You idiot. I can't help but be curious. Ugh. I want to sleep on your knees and peek under your skirt. No. Surely you can understand these feelings. My friend. And here is where the actual "oh my friend" reference comes from in 100% Orange Juice. What? Ah ha ha, my friend has come. Didn't I destroy this thing back then? Ha ha ha, my friend. If we work together, we can clean those knees for ourselves. I really can't stand you. So, we're gonna be fighting the Robo, and the Robo isn't actually a playable character, it's just the boss character for this game. Similar moveset as the robot in the stage 6 of the Suguri series. And if you really want to choose the fight, just do your dash attack there and continuously slice him. And that way you won't generate too much heat, so any attack that actually you actually get hit by won't do too much. And if you do this enough, he'll shield from you, and then you'll see the shockwave effect there. So his most powerful attack is the laser, but if you're not at too high of a heat percentage, then that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So actually our hardest fight was against the no-name there, so this fight is meaningless. No matter how much you hurt me, I won't give up. Tonight is a night of miracles. What happens was only a small part of that. After all that hard work, we finally managed to hold a wonderful party. Suguri, Hime, sorry about before. No kidding. And here I thought I could repay you at the party tonight. Mao. And I'm not sure what the Mao thing is all about. It's not your fault. That's right, because besides, you guys put together such a great party. Thanks so much, everyone. At this rate, we'll never be able to repay our debts. Oh man, now I have even more debt to repay, all because of that guy. That's okay, please don't worry about it. Besides, at least it was a good way to pass time. Ha ha ha. By the way, why did that thing suddenly start moving again? True, it has been a long time since the ship fell. Yeah, it's really weird. And here's some really messed up thing. They keep his head in some kind of plant pot, and I'm not really sure what that's all about. Perhaps it was actually tonight's miracle. And this concludes the main story of Acceleration of Suguri X. And I think that'll do it for this slice of for Acceleration of Suguri X. There is the Pudding Deity story, and through that you can actually unlock QP as a character, and QP is I guess a bonus character. And we also have Sora here, and Sora is kind of like the Roy from Super Smash Bros. Melee, since she's introduced here to promote Orange Juice's next game, which is Sora. And if Sora ever gets ported in the English version, I would definitely play that. But yeah, this concludes or this slice of Acceleration of Suguri X. there's one more thing I want to show off, and that's just the extra, and when you essentially clear someone's arcade mode without a continue, I believe that's criteria, then you unlock their extra story. And it's not actually like a story as you just saw it with the Falling Wanderer and the Pudding Deity. It's more like a literal story where you can read things. So we're not gonna read through this, but Ira's story is actually about Saki's cookies, and that's another reference taken from here from 100% orange juice. But yeah, thanks for watching this acceleration of Suguri X-Edition slice of. Hope to see you in another series that I will do a slice of, and I'm honestly not sure. Just go through my Steam library and check that out. But again, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Castella out.